Hi, I'm State Representative Jacqueline Chretien. I'm asking for your vote to re-elect me and Matt Wilhelm to represent Manchester Wards 1, 2, and 3. I'm a PhD bioscientist, a mom of 3, and I grew up here in Manchester. I ran for office in 2018 because I believe our state government needs to do a better job of representing all the people. And I'm running for re-election because after 2 years in the legislature, I only believe this more strongly. As a scientist, I bring a unique perspective to Concord. This year, unfortunately, we've gotten a crash course in how important it is for our decision makers to understand bioscience and biomedical research specifically. My background means I can help make sure we have public health policies that keep up with new evidence and keep us safe. More broadly, my experience in research means I'm skilled at digging into data, understanding statistics, and evaluating cause and effect, which helps in all areas of legislating. As a mom, I have a special interest in the future of our state. When working on the state budget, I've advocated for investments that have high returns and are smart spending as well as the right thing to do. I want to make sure that the decisions we're making are going to be good for the city and the state in the long term, not just the short-term fixes. I believe that childcare, healthcare, mental health, civil liberties, voting rights, and environment and climate protections are the best place for us to focus, because if we get these things right now, we can avoid costly problems in the future. One place I really think long-term investment needs to improve is in our public schools. I grew up here in Manchester, and I got a rich and rigorous public school education. But since I graduated from Memorial back in 2000, it feels like support for public education has eroded. I think a big part of this is because the state hasn't been doing its constitutional duty to provide adequate education. School funding comes almost exclusively from property taxes, and Manchester feels much more of a squeeze than other cities and towns with higher average property values. Over the last 2 years in the legislature, I fought to get millions of dollars in additional state aid for education in Manchester, and we've made a lot of progress toward changing the education funding mechanism in the state. Now we need to follow through so our students and teachers get the same investments that those in Bedford, Hampton, and Windham take for granted. We also clearly are going to need to push for resources to help students who've struggled with remote learning to make sure that we aren't leaving our kids with education gaps that will last a lifetime. 2 other priorities that I'll continue to support are raising the minimum wage and establishing paid family and medical leave. We all deserve the dignity of earning a living from full-time work, and we all should be able to care for our loved ones or take time with the new baby without worrying about losing our jobs or keeping up with bills. These policies provide stability for people at vulnerable points in their careers and lives, which helps keep our communities and local economy stable too. But most of all, I want to continue to be a representative who truly represents the interests of the people of Manchester. I know there are a ton more issues that are important to the people in this city than I can possibly cover in 3 minutes. I promise to always listen to any concerns or ideas that any resident wants to talk about, and to work with other legislators and leaders to find solutions that are fair and benefit everyone. Please stay healthy, and I hope to earn your vote.